Good morning, everybody. Kevin back from Watches with Joe and Kevin. Moving on with episode, is this 5? I didn't even check, of Pushing Daisies. Really enjoyed the last episode a lot in that we expanded the show a little bit. Emerson, it looks like, is dating Simone, so it looks like she may be a recurring character after having seen her in her one episode or case-specific episode. Ned has 2 twin half-brothers who he's connected with, which is really nice. And Stephen Root is following Ned around looking for Ned's father, who apparently has ill intent in mind because he was very armed while he was doing it. So, again, this show is really good at expanding on its lore really quickly, and this is growing in that we're definitely going to have to deal with Ned's father now that we have a guy who seems to be hunting him. I don't feel like that's anything that's going to go away. You know, I can't say soon because the show wraps up storylines really, really quickly when it decides it wants to. But it's something we're definitely going to deal with. If Stephen Root is, in fact, here hunting for Ned's father, then we're probably going to get the chance to meet him, and Ned's going to get the chance to deal with that. He opened his mind in the last episode to the fact that maybe his dad's disappearance wasn't completely as selfish as he thought it was. He has no reason to believe otherwise, other than sometimes you just don't know why people do what they do, which is a really open-minded way, really empathetic way to look at it, because let's face it, most kids, if their dad abandoned them at boarding school and never talked to them again, would probably have pretty rough feelings about that. I certainly would. All right, going to get started here. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being with us. Thank you. Thanks to our super patrons, NJ, MTC93, Actuarial Lurker, Anna, Ballers Fuldez, CY, Jeff, Derek Peterson, Yannick from Montreal, Sudagunda Varapu, Jamie Morgan, Christy Goverson, Diana Perry, Trey Contreras, Wolfgang Wolf, Lindsay Swift, Squicks, Sweet Baby Silvernell, Adam Pacio, Matt Tyler, Lisa Klug, Chris O'Donnell, Katie K, Seth Walker, Everett Nation, and Humane Mac. Thank you so much, guys. Glad you're here with us. Description below, link to our Patreon page with full-length watch-alongs. We are a couple episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube on Pushing Daisies.
Young Ned believed in magic.
This is Dad.
It was not the magic that sparked from his fingertip,
Which is why his half-brothers do magic. Okay.
This was the magic of a father's love. Young Ned would discover this magic was not magic at all. It was just a trick. And when his father never came back, Ned stopped believing in magic. Maurice and Ralston loved their father and delighted in his magical tricks and insisted on learning every one of them. Duo 2 for the show had another effect on half-brother Ned, who could wake the dead.
Magicians?
At the mere mention of magic, he experienced the sting of anxiety-induced acid reflux.
Inside one of these pies is a prize. But which one? But wait, there's more.
Oh, a magic show!
Magic ain't nothing but a voodoo grift. Hocus pulled the damn tickets out of his pocket, and Pocus slid them under the pie pan, as evidenced by the cherry rhubarb crumble on his sleeve.
After Dad had to leave,
Had to leave?
why else would he have left?
Oh, these poor kids.
Airmon was the next best thing. We'll introduce you after the show. If you come to the show. Will you come to the show, big brother?
Big half brother.
Supposing these two and their fairy dust deceptions will only hone my PI skills, much like a brain teaser or Where's Waldo.
Well, don't ruin their act.
What do you say, Freya Pie Maker?
Ned's got a lot of demons to face. Paul F. Tompkins.
I barely know them. I saw them once when I was 9, and they were just those little bastards my father was cheating on me with.
My God, Chuck looks great.
It's a magic show.
What do you got against a magic show? There's sequins and drama.
They give me acid reflux.
Oh, here. Suck a lozenge.
So what they're pulling out of their magic hats isn't a rabbit, it's my childhood trauma. They're wearing it like a cape and taking it to the stage.
Maurice and Ralston are the family that you didn't know you had. If I could talk to my Aunt Lily as the mother I didn't know I had, I'd have a sea of questions.
Chuck insisted on diving into the depths of a recent and strange revelation.
I was wondering if she was ever going to try to approach them in any way.
Chuck wanted to hear the words
That bird is
directly from
drinking her
mother's
martini,
lips.
right?
It is particularly appealing to, the woman who was at a baby.
This is not subtle at all.
Oh no. Here comes another magic dad.
Are you the pie maker?
Oh, Fred
I'm
Willard.
a pie maker.
I feel I should hug you. Can I give you a big hug? I'm already hugging and there's nothing you can do about it. Maurice
Is this
and
the
Ralston
surrogate
can't
dad?
Stop gushing. I'm so grateful that you came into their lives. Perhaps you can take some heat off me. The boys are rather needy. Boys tell me you're a heckler.
Ever had your breath taken, Emerson Codd?
leached from your lungs by a cement mass?
No.
In just moments, I will be contorting my shackled body into this box, which will then be filled with Quick and Hard brand Quick Set Cement. Now you see me.
Someone's gonna die because there has to be a case here. Maybe it's gonna be Fred Willard here.
Emerson God, I require your keen eye and investigation of things in a personal matter. Someone has been killing my assistants. I live to amaze another day.
But not another day after that.
Her name was Alice. Tonight would have been our 200th performance together. Fred and Ginger were impaled when a rigging in my coat misfired. Mercury loved performing with balloons and children. That's
My
when he
God.
was happiest.
Who would want to kill all your animals?
We're private detectives, not pet detectives. It would sully my reputation as an expert in the field.
I'm curious, do pet detectives get paid more than the other kind?
That's a lot of money, actually.
Never got to ask, how exactly do you know Maurice and Ralston?
I was there when their father left. What do you tell a couple of kids you've never met? That their dad, who you've never met, has just dropped them like they were hot.
My dad say anything to you?
What was he gonna say? He was ditching the kids at a Sunday matinee for Christmas sake. Every day after school, they'd pop by, looking to be taught some new magic trick.
Guess they just needed a father.
It was the promise of sisterly devotion that concerned Lily. Lily broke that promise when she was impregnated
God,
by her
look at this.
sister Vivian's fiancé. And today, that hash-settling day has come one day
Okay.
closer.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell he was Dwight Dixon. Dwight Dixon brandished the blue beret of the United Nations peacekeepers. Chuck's father and the pie maker's father, Dwight learned many things about his brothers in arms. Some things Lily would rather he not know.
Charles never told me you were witty. That's probably the only thing he never told me about you.
Okay, this is a threat.
Do you have a point to this visit, or did you just stop by for snorts and giggles?
I'm here for something, a common brass pocket watch. Belonged to Charles. Looked a lot like this one, which is mine, hence the DD. We all got them when we were in the service together.
Recall a pocket watch.
Vivian, maybe...
She doesn't recall either.
I'm not going to say anything to Vivian about what you did to her. That would be
Wow.
cruel.
Hey, don't come for me, fella. I fight dirty.
I don't want to fight.
While Lily was giving Dwight the stink eye, her sister Vivian had set her eyes on something much sweeter. A date.
He's not getting out this time, is he?
She's got burns on her lips and ulcers on her tongue. She's telling us that she was poisoned.
Killer knows how the Great Herman's tricks work.
I think Alice ate the lettuce off the Great Herman's BLT.
Killer wasn't trying to kill animals.
Killer was trying to kill the great Herman.
And just succeeded.
Get out!
It's gotta be Paul F. Tompkins,
Sadly,
right?
the great Herman had failed to escape his great escape.
This wasn't an accident. The great Herman performed that trick 1,000 times.
I'm sorry about your next best thing magic, Dad.
It's all very confusing. There's murdered magic dads. I'm gonna take care of this. Herman will be avenged. I don't mean vigilante justice, I mean regular, go to jail for your crimes justice. I'm gonna kick someone's ass.
And the ass-kicking would commence with the ass that poured the cement.
Why didn't he get out?
I don't know. It's pretty cramped in there. Maybe he got a
Oh.
blood clot and passed out.
The Reno
Monkey
911.
knows more about his tricks than I do.
You mean the dead monkey?
Yes, the dead monkey. What, are you gonna try and pin that one on me too? Damn monkey was mean. And those birds, those horrible birds.
So when animals attack, you attack back, then kill the guy who trained him to attack.
No. I stand there and I take it, hoping the great Herman will make good on the carrot he's been dangling and give me my own act.
Herman and anyone he shared a stage with has ended up dead. Except you.
Which means you're the killer.
Or I'm next. Or it was an accident and no one's next. Also, you're wrong. Someone else shared the stage with the great Herman. The geek.
I eat glass and nails and regurgitate fish, frogs, and mice. I trained my body to do the extraordinary. My first job was as a plant in Herman's audience. We were like a father and son act.
Well, what
Yeah.
were you and your tummy doing when Herman was on stage getting cemented?
I pickpocket rings, watches, and keys and then regurgitate them later in my act.
Any idea why you couldn't get out of that box?
I bet the great Herman is in there right now, striking some last days of Pompeii
something about the
pose
magnet,
that's gonna
isn't
tell
it?
you everything you need to know.
Vivian, you're out. I thought we'd agreed you'd call before dropping by unexpectedly.
This has to be covert. I'm on a date.
Last one alive and kicking takes them watches into the desert and lets the sandstorm claim them.
Charles has been dead for 20 years.
I've been in prison for 22.
Emotional or federal?
I'm gonna say yes to both.
I knew what kind of man Charles was, and the way you tell it, you boys sound more like bandits than peacekeepers. I do recall it, so does Lily. I don't know why she lied to
There's
you.
something in the
I
pocket
think
watch.
She just wanted you to leave.
Buried money or something.
We buried it with our niece, lonely tourist Charlotte Charles.
That poor girl murdered on a Tahitian getaway. That was Charles's little girl. I think you both lost a daughter. You raised the girl. How could you not feel like she's your own? I'm glad the pocket watch is with Charlotte.
Because now he
Now you
knew
get it,
where
yeah.
to find it. Or so he thought.
Where's the great Herman? Yeah.
Okay. Did not see that twist coming.
It was a disappearing act. Now you see him, now you don't.
Why would the great Herman disappear?
I'm sure he wouldn't have disappeared unless he had to. He's an important man. He probably had important man matters to attend to. Oh,
Really projecting here.
Told us when Dad left. Did he say why Dad had to leave?
he told me what he told you.
Called for a volunteer. I'll be back.
Just like he said to Ned.
The fledgling magician tried to comfort the fatherless boys. The twins' fragile hearts gladly believed in the illusion of his words.
He wasn't an important man. He didn't have important man matters to attend to. Your dad, our dad, was just some guy ditching his kids at a Sunday matinee. He didn't want to hurt you any more than you'd already been hurt. He left 3 sons. There really isn't a good excuse. Look at the way you're holding onto that scarf. You're not clinging to Herman, you're clinging to Dad. Holding tighter isn't going to bring him back. It's not going to bring either of them back.
But he's going to be back. He said so.
Where's the rest of it?
Wasn't it in that block of cement with Herman's "Now You Don't" note?
It probably should have been. Great Herman is dead. He died from dementia on stage with the rest of this scarf around his neck. Someone switched the blocks. There were 2 performances of dementia, so 2 blocks.
Killer shuffles the blocks, hides the one with Herman's body.
No body, no murder. Makes for a great urban legend, though.
Only 1 block of cement was forklifted out of the Conjurer's castle tonight.
Which means the other one is still inside.
Magic trick,
Using
yeah.
metal detectors to detect the metal of the shackles worn by the great Herman.
And the magnet. Come on, it's the magnet.
Bad Maurice and Ralston can't talk to the great Herman. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Small conversation can go a long way, even under the falsest of pretenses.
Oh, there's something underneath these floorboards.
Herman slid right off the stage and dropped into this strategically jackhammered grave.
Uh-oh.
Did someone just turn on the cement mixer?
You found the great Herman.
Whoever dropped this block in there is back to make sure Herman is part of the Conjurer's castle forever.
No, no, fools rush in. We're not fools. Over there.
Hey! Don't be going around chasing murder suspects willy-nilly. What you gonna do?
Is he dead?
That's the
No.
geek. He eats glass and swallows small animals. What's that up his nose?
Oh, that's all the way up in there. He's dead.
Okay, I was completely wrong. I assumed it was him.
You killed Herman, buried him in the floor, and then you snuck back in here so you could seal the deal with some more of your cement handiwork.
The universe killed Herman to send me a message. And that message is that 8 years is long enough to wait for a carrot.
The pie maker and Chuck chiseled away at the great Herman.
How am I talking right now and not Dad?
Magic?
It's a family trait. Must have gotten that from your father.
Magic man to magic man, the great Herman detailed the facts of the escape. It was not magic that got the great Herman out of his box, but a series of trapdoors. Magnet concealed in his shoe was not underfoot.
Okay, so that was the magnet.
Somebody snatched the magnets out of my shoes while I wasn't wearing them. My freezer has a false bottom. Inside, you'll find my magic book. Give it to Maurice and Ralston.
There were supposed to be magnets in the Great Herman's shoes. That's how he triggers the trapdoor and escapes dementia.
After Herman died, there were magnets in the geek's stomach. He ate the evidence. The geek's the killer.
The geek ain't the killer. The geek is dead.
Oh.
No screaming?
You're wonderful. I can't wait to let you go.
We're not gonna get away with murder.
He's got a nail.
The geek, a.k.a. Gunther Pinker, saw a father in the great Herman. But Herman did not see a son in him, only a novelty act whose novelty had run out.
Jealousy. Every time.
The keys to his escape were consumed.
I would have eaten anything for that man. I loved him like a father. He turned his back on me, abandoned me.
I was abandoned by my father when I was 9, despite what he did to me. I still loved him. I wanted him back. Now!
Was arrested for the murder of the great Herman, a.k.a. Herman Gunt.
We'll make you a photocopy.
Alexandria, the assistant, would become the Great Alexandria. Magic was not just what disappears, but what reappears when you least expect it. The pie maker arranged a private magic show for the girl he loved.
Aww.
Do you want to talk to your mom?
Bringing a crank call, Lily?
In a way.
Okay, now that Vivian has gone to bed, if Charlotte were alive right now, and you didn't have to worry about Vivian settling your hash.
That B pin is a microphone, right?
You're supposed to be Charlotte?
Yes, Aunt Lily, it's Charlotte. Don't you recognize me? You should get your eye checked.
Charlotte? There's something you should know. I'm your mother.
Presto.
I want to know everything.
I want to know everything?
Start at the beginning. Tell me about the day I was born.
I was at the nunnery. It was right in the middle of mid-middle morning prayers after you were born.
Well, this is so sweet. This
As
is really
the once
nice.
dead girl named Chuck had her very first conversation with the mother she'd always thought dead. Across town,
Oh,
Dwight
that's right.
Dixon was visiting the dead daughter of his dead friend.
So what is he going to do with the information that Charlotte's not there?
Empty.
I think there's measured treasure information in the watches. Oh, that's a really sweet ending. That was a really clever way to allow Charlotte to get a little bit of contact / closure with her mother for the absolute first time in her life in any kind of maternal way. That was really nice. Great guest appearances here. I did figure out it was Paul F. Tompkins, but only because he was about the only other person in the episode, so that wasn't like a huge reach. A murder mystery where you have one body and one living person, it's not very difficult to figure out who the killer is. But that's ultimately what this was, or really close anyway. But it was really nice. This was really clever, as always. And we kind of put a pause on Emerson's story, right? We've been really kind of focused on his search for his daughter, and in the last episode, his love life, but really Emerson-centric episodes. But in this one, we really got back to Chuck and Ned and their own growth and facing their own past, which was really nice the way it was paralleled, right? Ned realizing he doesn't know his dad and has no kind of closure or right to hang on to anger or any type of understanding, and kind of recognizing that in Chuck, and then helping Chuck do something about it if he can't do something about his own situation. It was really nice. He was doing a lot of projecting through the episode anyway, so it might as well end like that. But it was really nicely done all the way through. The show still does not miss on its murder mysteries. They're incredibly clever and creative and fun to kind of wrap themselves around the story of our character drama and character arcs, which we've seen a lot of this season. And we'll continue to do so, I suppose. See you on the next one, guys. Thank you.